Hello and welcome to the Court of the EDI Jester. I hope you're all well. Become a Warrior t-shirt. Please share this, subscribe, join us, Jesterite, usual stuff. End of the month coming. Anyway, here's an outlet I don't use very often for my dribblings, right? Fox News. Because aren't they just raving right-wing nut jobs? Most of the time. They've got people that say stuff, some of the raving nut job loony lefties as well, but these are the real, like Fox News. It's like, got to be careful. But this is worth reporting because it's such an interesting story. And because I think it provides a template for organisations, which I'm going to have a look at this in more detail and see if I can come up with a template for organisations about how they can identify wokesters and get them out, right? Okay, so because you don't want to let them in. Once you let them in, you're done, right? If you're an organisation, you work for an organisation, you know this already. So this comes from Iowa, right? Board of Regents approves recommendations to scale back DEI initiatives at state universities. They ain't gonna like it up 'em, are they? I love it. Iowa's 3 public universities will be expected to scale back diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, or as I call it, DIE, right? Which have got, because they've garnered massive criticism in more conservative circles after the state's Board of Regents approved 10 recommendations to make cuts last Thursday. Gleeful, right? There are several programs that are, by policy, open to all students, but as they are marketed, they could create a perception that they're not available to all students. David Barker, who sits on the Iowa Board of Regents, said, according to local outlet Iowa News Now. And so we're asking that universities re-examine that marketing and how these programs are presented to students to make sure that it's clear to everyone that these programs are available for all students. According to the same outlet, Board of Regents member Nancy Dunkel argued the move micromanages universities' decisions and imposes new political intrusions. Yeah, that's not going to run, Nancy Dunkel. What a great name. Nancy Dunkel. Not going to run the trouble is, you see, DEI is micromanaging universities. DEI is political intrusion. And you, Nancy Dunkel, I'm only doing it because I like saying Nancy Dunkel, right? You, Nancy Dunkel, obviously don't know that. So, go do your own work. However, those supporting the measure argue non-DEI related resources would still be available for all students. Measures approved last Thursday will require the universities to eliminate any DEI functions not necessary for compliance or accreditation. It's a start, right? If you haven't seen, Millet, the guy in Argentina, the Mr. Ranty. There's a lovely video of him doing the rounds where he's going along all the thing. Diversity, out! Head of Women's Studies, out! He's just throwing it all off the board. That's how it should be. It's just more entertaining. Colleges will also be expected to review any DEI positions at the department or unit level to determine whether these roles are required for accreditation, compliance, or student and employee support services. Right. University offices in the restructuring will need to review the services provided by offices currently supporting diversity or multicultural affairs. Other adopted recommendations bar any policy requiring students, faculty or others to, here it comes, the absolute hammer blow, to share their pronouns. It bans consideration of race and other protected class status in admissions. Okay. It standardises the issue of annual employee guidance regarding the separation of personal political advocacy from university business and employment activities and support intellectual and philosophical diversity and free speech and civic education. So essentially, the people that have come into work in the morning going, I'm bringing my whole self. They've told them to go home and come back with their professional self. I've brought my whole self to work. Mandy, bring your whole self to work, everybody. Mandy, bring your... What? Shh. Why? Mandy, go home and come back with your professional self. Oh, bugger. And off they go. Right, okay. This is glorious. The development comes after Republican Governor Kim Reynolds signed a bill establishing a commission to conduct the review earlier this year. It also follows a slew of other efforts by state Republicans to restrict the programmes, including a bill the legislature considered that would have required the university to disband their DEI programmes. But it failed to pass. Board of Regents President Michael Richards told the university to pause the implementation of any new programmes in Manchester, according to the Des Moines Register. I love that word, Des Moines. I thought that's what you call that little ridge under your nose, a Des Moines. Don't know where I got that from. Right. State Republican Taylor Collins told the outlet in an interview that he believes the adopted recommendations are a good step forward. So do I. I appreciate the board approving them formally and look forward to seeing them being implemented over the coming months. He added, so what do you make of this? Tell me in the doobries, obviously, because, I need you to talk to me. Tell me in the doobries, just jot down, what do you think this is? Is it a good thing? All right? Is it a good thing? Possibly, right? Now, there are then some adopted recommendations that are doing the rounds on Twitter. I'll stick it on my Twitter account. It'll be there somewhere. Just search for, if you want to see it on my Twitter account, search for adopted recommendations. That's the title I'll give it, all right? The following recommendations are not intended to prohibit programmes, campus activities or functions required for compliance with state or federal law, right? What they're saying is if it doesn't, you don't do it. Restructure the central university-wide DE offices to eliminate any DEI functions that are not necessary for compliance or accreditation. There it is. That's the line. Rishi? That's the line. Shut them down. That's the line, right? Isn't it fascinating? Right, it's fascinating, isn't it? Right, take reasonable steps to assure the following. No employee, student, applicant or campus visitor is required to submit a DEI statement or be evaluated based on participation in DEI initiatives unless position is required for DEI-related compliance or accreditation. That's it. This is it, right? This is the document I've been waiting for. I'm going to adapt this. I think I'm going to have a look at it. Have a mull. I'll tell you what I'll try and do, because it's an image, right? It's an image, right? An image of the picture, and I can't find the bloody original, right? It's an image of the picture. I'm going to drop that into OneNote and extract the text. And if I can get the text in the bottom of the YouTube thingy, the doobries, it will be in there, all right? So go and have a look and see if I managed to do that. Because I ought to be able to extract the text, tidy it up, and put it in. This is brilliant. Brilliant. Take reasonable steps to ensure no employee, student, applicant or visitor is compelled to discuss their pronouns. Genius. And people that are starting, because people won't do it, and then everybody else just looks like an idiot. So you start the meeting. Can I just welcome Mandy as our chairperson? Hello, Mandy, him, her. Oh, right, okay, here we go. And everybody slaps their bit. Come on, man. We're past that. Oh, I brought my whole... No. Mandy, done. We've shut the... Start again. Hello, my name is Mandy. That's what I want to say. Call me a fool. Become a warrior teacher. Buy me a coffee. Become a Jesterite. Yes! Right, this is the good stuff. This is the stuff we want to see. I'll catch up with you later. Ta-ra.